Hello, Ordigger fans, and welcome to another installment of Mines MidWeek. We're joined once again by Colorado School of Mines head volleyball coach Jamie Skadeland. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
First up, before we get started, and we got a lot of stuff to cover, so I'll make this quick, but I want to tell you congratulations on becoming the program's all-time wins leader with your 3-1 win over Regis 2 weeks ago Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was you've got 3 wins already on top of that, so
Yeah.
let's move on to last week. But first, let's go back to Metro Regis. Tough crosstown rivals, 2 teams you know very well. Start with Metro. You guys ended up losing that matchup 3-1.
Yeah.
Take us through that match.
I will take a loss way better if we leave the match and we played well, or we did some of the things that we had been talking about in practice or game plan and things like that, but we didn't do that. We didn't play very well, and even statistically, we had beat them in a lot of categories in certain games, yet we still walked away with a win, so that always tells me that we just need to take care of the little things. So that was definitely our priority going into the Regis match on Saturday, but Metro, we didn't play well. There wasn't a flow, I really think that if we just stick to game plan and play well, that's a team that we can beat, no doubt. So.
And then
Regis, next day was, we match up better against them than we do Metro, and we always have. And Melanie and Hannah informed us, and I didn't know this of this stat, that we have never lost to them during conference play before since Mel and Hannah have been with us. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't think of that. So the pressure was on, I guess, for us to get another win. And we just executed well. We played a lot better. I think we realized that we're a better team than we played the night before. And we just kind of took care of business. And Regis is a tough place to play. They've got a good crowd, and they're right there beside you. And, you never know how your freshmen are going to handle fans. But they did a good job, and it was a good win. We needed that. I mean, they were ranked coming into the season #1. So that was big for us, a big confidence builder.
let's move on to this past week. 3-0 record by your squad.
Yeah.
We'll start with Tuesday with your non-conference matchup against Johnson Wales in what can only be called a dominating win by your squad.
Yeah, Johnson Wales, I appreciate them coming here. I know that's not an easy thing for them to do, and they were very gracious when they were coming here, and I do appreciate that. And this was kind of an opportunity, another opportunity for our team just to kind of repetition out getting connected and putting things together, and maybe even playing a few people that don't get to play, or taking some risks that we don't normally take when it's kind of a bigger game, and that's what that game was. And we took care of business, so it was good.
All right, let's move on to the weekend. Back into the RMAC slate. 3-0 win over Black Hills State on Friday. Talk about that match.
Black Hills is better than they were last year. They're athletic. They have a couple of really great athletes. Kind of fun to watch. They are a little bit more connected than they were last year. I thought their setter did a good job, and they kind of blocked us out of the gym. There was just a lot of blocked balls, and offensively we really weren't getting around their block, and I think what it came down to maybe was serve and pass or some ball control things, but that was a good win for us because they're on our side, and we're going to see them again at their place, and good athletic team, and we just have to make some improvements for the next time that we see them.
All right, and we'll close out last week's action with your matchup against Shadron State on Saturday. A 3-1 win.
Yeah.
Talk about that match from your perspective.
I think what that team ended up looking like is not what their record reflects. They are better than what their record reflects, and they are a really scrappy team. We talked about that. We wanted to make sure that they were not working us. They for sure did. But we were able to offensively kind of outpower them a little bit. But they had a couple hitters on their team that scored kind of at will. And again, it just kind of came down to some key things and us limiting our errors, especially in Game 4, and kind of ending the match. But a great team, and another team that we're going to see again at their place. So it will be a good match.
I want to talk about senior Melanie Wanamaker real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
She's now in the top 5 in 3 different statistical categories in the nation. And she's playing about as well as anybody in the country right now. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is getting us out of situations by herself. And even when we were playing Shattered and, game 2 we weren't playing very well, she single-handedly was scoring, setting out for us. Just give Mel the ball and she will find a way. Even if she has a double, she will find a way to score. And here's what's great about Mel right now. She, when we're in film and we're kind of learning and making improvements for the next weekend or the next match, I have a lot of young eyes watching what she's doing. I mean, I don't think Mel understands like how great of a teacher she's being just by, taking care of business the way, Mel wants to. And so, when we're in film and we're kind of putting things in slow motion and we're kind of talking things out, I have a lot of young eyes watching how she's able to score with a closed double block on her, and things of that nature. So that's huge for this team that, I've got so many freshmen that can kind of watch that firsthand-handedly and see, okay, I have a single and Mel has a double, I better score if she's scoring, and kind of have that expectation and accountability for yourself. So it's kind of been cool to see in film.
Yeah, it definitely can't hurt to have an All-American there to help the younger kids learn the ropes, so to speak.
Right.
I want to mention to fans that Melanie was named the RMAC Offensive Player of the Week for the 2nd time this season. And also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that sophomore setter Danielle Johnson-Hazelwood moved to the top of the national statistical rankings in assists per set. And she was also named the RMAC Setter of the Week this week. 2nd straight week she's got that award, so congratulations to Danielle as well. All right, 3 big matches coming up this week.
Yeah.
All on the road. You start your Western Slope slate. You'll take on CSU Pueblo on Thursday.
Right.
Adams State on Friday.
Yeah.
Western State on Saturday.
Yep.
What are you expecting to see?
Okay, so the last time we were at Pueblo, it wasn't a good outing for us. It was a couple of years ago. We were up to 2-0, lost 3-2. And the minute we had lost that game, big celebration. And, that sticks in my brain a little bit walking back into the gym. And so me and Heather and the coaching staff, we just kind of want to get back there and get some revenge and just know that we can play well at their place. That's important to us. Pueblo is a good team, strong team, and good ball control, and I think it's going to be a lot of just how we execute on our side and a couple hitters that we contain. Moving on to Adams the next night, Adams is a very tough place to play. Their fans like to dress up into maybe a nerd costume or whatever they would call that, but and then they kind of like to heckle a little bit and say things to our players, and again, it will just be a good test to see how we handle that. And again, Adams Gym, you are right on top of each other, so the fans are right here with their suspenders and their glasses and their tape or whatever they end up doing. And Western is on a Saturday after it'll be our 3rd match in a row. And so for me, kind of like I talked about with tournament, that will be all about just playing clean and trying to play as fresh as we can, as it is middle of October where we've played a ton of matches and it's going to be the 3rd match of the weekend. So I've been really trying to watch and monitor the rest and jumps and swings and things like that so we can be fresh by Saturday. So I'm hoping to walk away from this weekend being 3-0, but it's going to be a battle and our girls have to show up. That's the bottom line.
All right. Well, Coach, safe travels this weekend.
Thank
Good
you.
luck in all 3 matchups. Fans, that's all the time we have for this week. We'll see you next time.